We are learning the name of the person that died on this vessel. He is Clifford Joseph Boysa, age 79, out of Stockton. There is still 3 people missing. This is a gut-wrenching situation that happened out on the bay. We've got some video that we want to share with you that is from that eyewitness that we talked to earlier today. We are trying to learn more pieces of the puzzle about what happened. Captain James Smith says that he was right next to the boat that capsized. This all happening Tuesday afternoon around 3:30 in the afternoon near Alcatraz. The boat, a 49-foot cabin cruiser. Captain Smith paints a haunting scene. He says that there were life jackets in the water, people frantic on the side of the boat as it was going down into the cold water. He says others reported seeing people on the boat trapped in the cabin area trying to escape with windows, that they were trying to bang on the windows to break free. Here is Captain Smith with his eyewitness report.
There was people in the water. There was 4 people clinging to a surfboard. And a good Samaritan had came over on a windsurf board and laid his board down, and 4 people had clung to the board. I also watched San Francisco Fire Department pull a woman in their boat, and they immediately started doing CPR on her, which later found out that woman had passed. And then the rest of the group was clinging to the hull of the vessel, and some of them were still standing actually up on the sections that were still above the water line, or still above the water, excuse me. Some people were kind of in the water partially, some people were hanging on the hull. It was just like a big tragic scene. And
I want to focus your eyes right now on this picture. We just spoke with those 2 people. They were in the water. They helped rescue the people that were on the boat that capsized. It is just a harrowing situation out here, Stephanie, and just so much sadness. There is, again, a news conference that's going to be taking place at 2 o'clock by the Coast Guard. We hopefully will learn some more information, and we're going to continue to follow this story closely. One other thing I wanted to mention that people are very upset about, there was a dog on the vessel, and that dog passed away as well. More information coming up later. Stay with KRON4.com as we have the very latest on this situation. Here in San Francisco, Teresa Stasio, KRON4 News.
And just heartbreaking. Thank you, Teresa, for that live report. And reaction is pouring in from city leaders and people who witnessed the rescue efforts. KRON4's Michael Thomas is in San Francisco and continues our live team coverage. Michael.
From heartbreak to disbelief, the reaction to Tuesday's deadly boat incident has been emotional. These are images from Tuesday's massive search and rescue response as crews continue searching for those 3 missing people. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie showing up to the scene Tuesday as those rescued were being seen by medics, offering his condolences and promising that first responders would do all they could to find those missing.
I want to express my condolences to the family members of the deceased, and I want to make sure that every family member out there and everybody knows that we are in an active search.
We spoke with a man who was on the water during the tragedy but says he didn't see the boat capsize but quickly noticed the massive emergency response and says conditions were some of the roughest he's experienced here in the bay.
I saw a lot of helicopters and a lot of patrol boats. It was a bit freaky being out there wing foiling. It was a pretty rough day. Like, it was one of the biggest surfs and wakes I've seen out on the bay before.
As we get more updates from the Coast Guard, we'll continue to keep you updated. Reporting in San Francisco, Michael Thomas, KRON4 News.